everyone, this is me, Ann Aldous, and welcome back to another day of why do I subject myself to these things? Because Twitter, it is just a reminder of the worst fucking fucked up people that could ever exist on the same planet that I am forced to live on. So, before we actually go into the video, I want to leave a little disclaimer, is that this isn't about to shit on this shipping, and this isn't about to criticize or harass someone. This is about bringing up an actual issue that a lot of fandoms seem to have, that this person clearly accurately represents, and just bring up a few good points of concerns I have when it comes to these types of things. Because at the end of the day, fiction is fiction, and we have to be able to decipher what is real and what is not. However, in cases like this, it is very clear when the reality and the fantasy are blending quite clearly. So, if you've ever been in a fandom, one of the biggest parts of a fandom is shippings. People ship characters all the time. For Sonic, definitely the most popular ones will be Saimi, Tails, Shinato, even though I don't really agree with that one. What is Rouge and Knuckles called? Rouge and Knuckles, and so forth. Every fandom has a popular shipping, from the queer ones, the straight ones, the mixed species, interracials, we have all of those types of shipping. And admittedly, people probably do take them more seriously than what they are, but at the end of the day, it is just a fun, wholesome, innocent thing that any part of the fandom can have fun with the fan art, from the project, from stories and fan fiction. That's what shippings are. But the problem comes when they get a bit more controversial, which are the shippings involving kids. And in the case of this video, our lovely little boy Tails here. Because of anyone who's been in the Sonic fandom, probably one of the most controversial shippings is Sonic and Tails. Because yes, that is a ship. But also a very controversial one, because Tails is 8 years old and Sonic's 15. It's one thing to ship Tails with Cosmo or Zoe, Cream, and fuck it, even Charmy if you swing that way, because they're all kids. They're all around the same age, so it makes sense to ship kids with other kids, because everyone had a childhood crush at one point or another. And so it's much more innocent. But to ship someone who is literally 8 years older than them, 7-8 years older than them, then when it gets a bit more controversial, because that is actually crossing some boundaries. And also people that ship Tails with Shadow, which also is kind of weird, because Shadow is literally in his 60s and Tails is 8, but he's also immortal, so maybe we can let that one slide, I don't know. But the problem when it comes to people that ship Tails and Sonic or Tails with Shadow, is that where does the line get met when it's going a bit far? Because yes, once again, I'm not here to attack anyone that likes the shipping. What I am going to question is the trajectory of that shipping. Because let's be honest, when it comes to any fandom, a lot of things from our real life does get projected onto the fandom and into the shows we love and the projects we go into. What the characters we like, the shippings we like, the people and the stories we tell through this fandom. A lot of it does come from real life. And there are people that like Tails and Sonic that will project their own fantasies or their realities onto their fantasies, and vice versa. And that is what this person is doing. But here is a user that goes by the name #1 mph simp. And I'm just gonna be honest, I can't even show half of the tweets on this guy's page, because it will literally get my channel blocked and deleted. It is the things they post about this shipping, or just Tails in general. It's not, and this is what I'm talking about, is that it is beyond sickening, that it is downright just nearly borderline child porn. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. And I can't show this to you because of how gruesome it gets and how graphic it is. But I can show you some posts where you can see the hints. Once again, this isn't a person that's like, oh, I bet Sonic and Tails could get together sometime in the future. No, this is literally showing literal animations and photos of close-up photos of Tails, and Tails literally having oral anal sex with humans. I'm going. Yes, my brain is forever scarred with these images. And that's what this person is doing. This isn't innocent or wholesome anymore. This is literally having all of these weird fantasies with this character that is a kid doing very sexual things with older humans or older characters. And this person is very clearly has this attachment to this character from this entire Twitter page being shown here. And it is, in the comments that the people on this page they leave, are people literally being like, oh, I will pay money to see this, or I would pay so much money for Tails to do this to me. And it's just like, it is very creepy. It is literally borderline creepy. It's borderline obsessive, and it is, you know, the concerns that people have is, what does this person think about these things in real life? Now, once again, it's not about the shipping, but the trajectory of it. And remember that, yes, this is a fictional character and no one's actually getting hurt. This is, you know, we have fiction and we also have reality. But when does it become abundant that a lot of fantasies are being mixed in with the reality? As if, could this person potentially have these actual thoughts in real life? And this is just one way they can project it online. Because this is one thing that this person does it on their own time. Does it let anyone see this? It's another when you're pretty vocal and active about it. And there has been many examples of when things like this have gotten too far. I mean, it's not the Sonic fandom, but were a huge incident, even with the My Little Pony fandom, where there were a lot of people writing stories about adults in relationships with kids, only for them to be found out that they were maps or literal predators. And those people had a following, and a lot of people being like, and when they would get harassed about the stories they would write, other people would come to their defense being like, oh, it's just, people cannot blend in, they don't understand the difference between fantasy and reality, people can't decipher that and not get that, they're just writing stories. And then they come out being literally the worst types of people. And that's the same thing of concerning when it comes to, in this case of this Twitter user, is that they are taking this shipping and this mindset of this character of Tails, this poor kid, and being subjected to all these disgusting things. And I can't even show you all of it because it will literally get my channel banned. But I'm not censoring the name, so I mean, feel free to take a look if you really want to, but I will warn you, it is not good. And I feel like it's times like these where it's good to mention that it's one thing to have some innocent fun when it comes to shipping. It's one thing when it becomes overly obsessive, it becomes basically a big part of your life, and when it is being taken too far where it becomes a bit concerning. And that's the issue I'm having with this user. It is just concerning, and I really hope that this person isn't like this out, and it's just a Twitter thing. But the fact that they're very vocal about it, it is concerning. It is very concerning, and it's just downright creepy. I just cannot imagine how you can post this stuff so freely and not think anything bad will come from it, or that people won't think wrongly of you. Because that's the thing, this person has been getting criticized by a lot of people, but their defense is that these are Sontails haters, or once again, people that cannot decipher the difference between reality and fantasy. And while I don't say harassment is a good thing, and I don't think that harassment is the way to go about things, you also have to understand that when you post shit on the internet, you're posting a part of yourself on it. Which is why you always have to be careful what you share on the internet. Because, everyone lives a life behind a different screen. But once you show bits of yourself on the internet, that's all people see. If the only thing you post is just all of this Tails simping pornography, of course people are going to think you're some kind of pedo if your whole Twitter page is literally posting this child doing all these sexual things. That's just how it is. That may not be true about you at all, but if that's all you post, of course people will think that. And because that's just all you're posting, as if there's nothing else to post about. Because this isn't a fan page for Tails. It is just a lot of porn. I am not even lying. The shit that this person... I can't, it's just... I'm so sorry, my boy. It's just... You deserve better. I'm sorry, you deserve better. And so it is just times like these where I just get reminded about how disgusting Twitter is and how sometimes you can just run into the worst part of the fandom and just wish you could just never have seen it to begin with. Obviously, I'm not going to generalize it and say that every single Tails song shipper are into this, or they're all like this, and that, the whole entire fandom's like this, because that would be wrong. But when it's there, and this is clear evidence of it being there. So, best suggestion is just... I know I'm probably giving what this person wants by making this video and giving it attention. But the best thing to do when it comes to seeing these people like this is to report it, block them, or look away, and not to harass them or anything. Because harassing them is just giving them more fuel to keep doing this. Harassing someone that disagrees with you or has such a controversial take will never get them to stop. It will either just fuel their opinions and give them more ammo to keep firing back, or just give them a reason to be like, give them a defense where it's just like, oh, these are just haters and nothing more than that. So that's about it. I'm not for sure how long this video is going to be. I don't even know if this actually, if this is more of a rant or not, but, I just had to say a few words about this because, god damn, was this video, was this something, alright. Just seeing these posts, it literally was disgusting to see all of these posts from this person. So I'm just gonna hope this person isn't what everyone thinks they are, but I cannot blame them for the opinions they have with some of the posts on this Twitter page. So don't go harass this person, but also just I just had to say my concern. And with that being said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. I post videos as often as I can. Hoping next video will not be this dark, gruesome, just disgusting. Hoping I did finally get the Battle Rush mode working where we can continue without getting S-ring, so prepare for a video or live stream for that. And, have a bit more lightheartedness. And, as always, till next time, bye-bye!